Christy Tucker Sims's life changed forever around this time last year. In an instant, she became the victim of a brutal acid attack at the hands of her then boyfriend. It disfigured her face and sent her into hiding. But now she wants the world to see her scars, to send a message of strength to other victims. And she sat down with Fox 5's Lisa Rayam to tell her story, hoping it might change lives. But we warn you, what you're about to see is very graphic and painful for Christy to share.
It has been 7 months since we last saw Christy Sims. Courageous Christy, still wrapped in cloth, hiding a scarred face and a scarred life.
Learning to accept the fact that my life, I won't be able to go back to the life that I had before.
Life behind the mask and the sunglasses began in April 2013. She says her then boyfriend, Andrew Fordham Jr., angry about a looming breakup, tossed sulfuric acid all over her body, all over a beaming face.
Where's the lady burned at?
It's on the video. I slipped.
Nearly a year after Fordham made a chilling 911 call saying it was an accident, he was indicted by a Henry County grand jury for aggravated assault and battery. Christy immediately saw a door open to helping others.
Somebody hurt me to a level that is just unbelievable, and people need to see that. They need to see that.
Christy wants other victims to see her face unveiled, her banner that she hopes will call more attention to the issue of violence against women.
This is a moment that I've been praying about for a long time.
So here is a tender, very tender,
this is emotional for me,
poignant side of abuse.
This is what domestic violence looks like.
Christy calls the unveiling painful but necessary.
And you want people to know what?
I want people to know that domestic violence is not just a woman's issue. It's not just a race issue. It has nothing to do with age, social and economic status. It has nothing to do with whether you went to college or not. I'm an educated woman. Has nothing to do with you having a weak mind. I'm a strong-minded woman. You know what I'm saying? What happened to me was the result of somebody else's dysfunction and insecurity. It had nothing to do with me.
And with that revelation, courageous Christy began the search for a new self.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
We traveled with Christy to Baltimore, where one of the nation's top burn reconstruction surgeons is trying to help.
How's your neck doing?
You know, it's feeling stiff over here.
Come morning, Dr. Robert Spence will begin reconstructive surgery.
So tomorrow we're going to be removing her scarred cheeks and beginning the process of putting new skin up there by using full-thickness skin grafts.
In 2 surgeries over the course of 5 days, Dr. Spence removed all the scar tissue from her cheeks and eventually replaced it with new skin grown by the way of a stomach extender. He gingerly patched her new face together. All the while, Christy dreamed of a miracle that comes with no guarantees.
It is a long process. Are we looking at a year, 2 years until she sees full results? How long a process are we talking about?
Well, Christy knows that she can't expect to go back to looking normal again. That's a hard thing to understand, but that's the first thing I tell my patients who come for burn reconstruction is we can't give them back their original face.
Dr. Spence says in order to remove scars, you have to leave scars, but he hopes his land Christy a little closer to peace.
It's not going to be worse. That's how I look at everything. You know what, Christy? You don't know what you're going to look like from day one. It's got to get a little bit better than what it is right now.
Like Dr. Spence, you're going to take it step by step, surgery by surgery.
Surgery by surgery. Yeah.
And at the end of a very long journey will no doubt be a face, fueled by faith, standing up for the victims who simply can't, the faceless.
My face will be something that I can use to propel me to the next level.
It's time for breakfast at the Kleppinger House in Colorado Springs. Dad feeds 9-year-old Hunter through a tube.
It's really sensitive in his mouth. So
Hunter has a severe form of epilepsy, and even after brain surgery, a diet change, and 12 different medications, he's still seized daily.
he was having seizures up to 25 minutes before. Got it.
But last year, the Kleppinger family made the hard decision to pack up their home in Marietta and move to Colorado.
Since he's been on this oil, we haven't seen one more than about 3.5 minutes.
He's referring to cannabis oil, marijuana that is now legal in Colorado. And Dad says a simple dose is transforming Hunter's life.
Yep, this is done twice a day. Here's how it's done. That's it. That's about all there is to it. And I'll just give
Dad saw a change almost immediately.
His alertness has improved. His physical therapy has improved. He's holding his head up better. He's looking at people in response to them. There's a tremendous amount of people out here that are in the same situation we were, where no conventional treatment worked for their child.
The Kleppingers have traveled a long and controversial road to get here, a road that leads them to a local medicinal marijuana farm. Tucked inside Colorado's snow-capped mountains, we went along for the ride.
Should we go in and we can get signed in?
Sure. Inventory manager Matt Lindsay and his team meticulously grow and harvest marijuana.
Pay attention, there's cameras at every angle. Anywhere where we process, touch marijuana has to have a camera on it.
The state oversees everything, every stage of growth, where the plants are, how many are on the property, and the state tracks where the marijuana ends up.
We bring them in here for their first phase of curing. So they're going to be in here for 7 to 10 days.
The marijuana plants slowly decompose and sweat off gas.
You can go along and smell these and touch them. There's not much aroma right now, but as they go into the second phase of curing and the terpenes and the odors start to come out.
Phase 1 is almost complete.
It becomes intuitive. You just, over time, over 6 or so harvests, I've been able to now come up here and feel, with a sense, know that this is ready for a bin, or it's ready from the bin to be put into a bag.
When ready, the bins are shipped to a lab in Denver, processed into oil, and then sent to a dispensary. That's where people like the Kleppingers go to buy the drug.
You've seen a lot of changes with your son?
Here at the Grow, as it's called, stories of hope emerge.
As hope became very dangerous for us, because we hoped with each thing before. So our mantra became hope is a dangerous thing for parents like us. Now we do have hope.
Kim Clark moved here from the Atlanta area with sons Caden and Jax. Brain surgery didn't stop the 100 or so spasms 11-year-old Caden experienced daily, but Mom is convinced the marijuana oil did.
I didn't want to believe it because I didn't want to be one of those placebo moms. I didn't want to get too excited because I was so jaded. I didn't want to hope. I didn't want to get broken again. But the first day we only had 3 seizures.
Caden now has seizure-free days and is no longer dependent on a wheelchair.
Stop it. Stop it. You're not allowed to do that, man.
And it's this special bond between brothers that brought them to Colorado.
My mom and dad were trying to figure it out if we should actually go, and then I made the big choice and said, who are we if we don't go? We've always fought for him.
We were very against this.
The transition has not been easy. Kim still lives with the controversy and the critics.
I want to be clear. I'm not trying to say that this is miraculous or that my son is cured. He's still a critically ill child. I'm here to say that this is a viable and real treatment for children.
According to Kim, life remains an uphill climb.
I've been able to now...
But this fall harvest brings something a little more tangible for the Clark family and for the Kleppingers. They call it life.
He's able to live now, and our family is able to live.